For the Elite 32 Summer Jam Session 1. I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by Brandon Clay. Our last matchup of the night is going to feature All Ohio Black taking on the Florida Flight. Brandon, this is a great way to end the night, man.
Man, good players, good teams. I'm really excited about this one. I'm getting an opportunity to watch these teams. They've actually faced off a couple times this summer. All Ohio has come away the victor in both, and I'm sure that Florida Flight would love nothing more than to come in here and steal one on Prospects Nation TV.
These two programs, some of the players that you'll definitely want to keep an eye on, even though you've got two solid teams from top to bottom. Number 11 for the Florida Flight, Astasia Titer. Very solid player for the Flight.
Hey, man, I got to give JB Bethea a little love, man. Comes over, compliments me on my shoe game, man. I'm just trying to play my part, man. Thanks for the compliment, young fella.
Keep the kicks fresh, man. I'm surprised we don't get kicks of the day every event.
Man, nah, Kyle said employees are no longer eligible to win the award, man. That's Kyle Moore, our International Director of Scouting and Kicks of the Day analyst, man.
Fair enough, man. That keeps it fair. Sierra Rice trying to get started quickly for All Ohio as she gets them on the board first.
Well, we talked about players to watch. I know you mentioned Astasia Titer, who I think is amazing, number 11 in the orange there. Sierra Rice falls in that category, too. Definitely an Elite 100 watch list prospect and a kid who should come out and be able to have a great game here tonight.
Jessica Font getting started on the right foot for the Flight as she puts them up with a 1-point advantage with that tray ball.
I've always been a huge fan of Font's game at the point guard, just her steady tempo, her ability to control the team, and also knock down that open ball reversal jumper, and that was a great example right there.
She has it now, tries to get it ahead to Titer. Johnson gonna get it to Titer. Titer, buckets.
What a great start to this game, man. Just a good first minute. You know, real fluid on both ends. Love what I'm seeing here early from both these teams.
Deja Turner with it up top for All Ohio. Little high-low action, McIntyre inside. She's fouled on the play.
That's a great pass there on the interior and everything but the bucket, but McIntyre will hit at the free throw line.
I've enjoyed watching McIntyre this week, starting off with the Summer Invitational, the exhibition versus Heroes Elite, and Joyner Holmes and some of the plays McIntyre was able to make in that sudden death overtime game.
No question, and she's really stamped herself, you know, as a legitimate NCAA tournament caliber program recruit here during the course of the month. It'll be interesting after talking with a couple of schools, you know, who've been in the tournament, listening to their take on her and her game to see where she lands here after she takes visits in the fall.
Good on that second free throw. Here's Titer going to work. Too strong on the shot. Rebound by Turner. CC Rice will bring it out. They'll go inside. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre guarded by the smaller Chelsea Johnson. Wolf helps out a little bit. Now it's in the hands of Jalen Harrison.
Keep an eye on Wolf, number 40 there in the orange, as she gets this look at the three-pointer. She's already committed to UAB, and as a kid, honestly, that will play tough inside, but also has the versatility to step out and hit that trail jumper.
We've been able to see that numerous times here on Prospects Nation TV. There's Turner going to get her first shot opportunity of the game. Off the mark there on that tray ball. Rebound by Titer.
Great push ahead there by Florida Flight. Both teams want to play at this tempo. You know, and neither team wants to come down and have the half-court set it. You know, very different contrast to the game that we just finished broadcasting here a minute ago.
Titer just a little short on that shot. The defense by McIntyre. Here's Moses with the floater. McIntyre with the gimme that rebound inside, but it's knocked away. Johnson ahead to Font.
Oh, tough move.
Johnson for three. Touches the top of the system, so it'll go back over to the Flight. Sorry, back over to All Ohio.
Both crews getting some good shot attempts here. Those shots that Florida Flight just took on the last two possessions are shots that Darren Evans wants. You know, neither of them fell and cashed in, but definitely good shot opportunities here this early in the game. Nice screen and roll action.
Turner with the pass, gets it to Wilkes. Wilkes going to be tied up on the play. Ball goes back over to the flight as they'll have a substitution into the game, number 13, Ashley Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think the hardest part for young post players there on the roll is being able to catch, turn, keep it high so if there's a defender sitting underneath you, they can't catch you in the jump ball, and that's exactly what happened to Wilkes. Brought it down, they tied it up.
As the speedy Jalen Harrison with the ball out top.
One of my favorite players to watch. Plays with so much energy and so much passing, and she banks on the three, and then shrugs her shoulders like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I'll take it. Didn't splash like I wanted it to, but it's still 3 nonetheless, right? You see Turner with the take. Nice defense inside by the flight. Font with the pass ahead to Tider. Tider.
Playing with that power. She's got multiple schools here sitting on her in this one. South Alabama in the building. Georgia State's in the building. Head coach Sharon Baldwin Tenner is also here for her. Middle Tennessee State. A lot of schools have been actively recruiting her. Even more have been calling in over the past week.
CC Rice off the mark on the three-pointer. When you talk about Tider's game, you know, when you look at her, you know, just with the airport test, you can see the strength, see how she's able to use her size, but give the best nutshell summary of what she's really brought to the table over the course of the past year or so.
You know what, she played post even a couple of summers ago, started making the transition out to the wing last summer, and now has put herself in a position where, you know, it's safe to say she's a full-time three who can also score it on the interior. Reminds me a lot of current Southern California player, Destiny Gibbs, when Destiny Gibbs was in high school, a powerful wing who was able to make some plays with the basketball in her hands on the offensive end.
It's a 10-3 ball game in favor of the flight. CC Rice has that shot blocked. Ball's loose. Harrison picks it up. Harrison trying to take it in. No good on the shot. Tider wrestles the rebound away.
Oh, nice pass to the corner there.
Fine off the mark. Turner snatches the rebound away from Wolf. So Ashley Rodriguez is going to be called for the blocking foul there. Turner with the ball up top. Wilkes working inside. Here's Moses going to try a three-pointer. She's off the mark. Wilkes with the offensive rebound. Nice job of having arms straight up by Wolf. Tider gets it and pushes it the other way. Rodriguez tries to get it inside to Wolf. Going to be knocked out of bounds. Actually, last touch there by Wolf, who's going to get a breather into the game, number 22, Sierra Cumbie.
I like what Cumbie brings to the game on the offside here, kind of the 4 spot. We'll play alongside Tider. They'll play Tider some inside right now with this matchup. You know, Cumbie's a kid that's a rebounder, good athlete on the interior. Definitely a nice piece to come off the bench here for Darren Evans today.
Cumbie out of Wekiva High School in Oconee, Florida. Fouled here and going to the free throw line. Number 0, Deja Turner. Turner out of Fort Mitchell, Kentucky.
Like Turner, she actually was slated to come to Super 64 camp, struggled from a little injury here this summer, but is back at it and finishing out the month strong.
Splashes the second free throw. Turner makes it a 10-4 ball game. Tider with a much improved jumper.
Yes. It's an area of her game, Marcus, she's worked really hard on. It's been evident during the course of July with the shots that she's made.
Sierra Rice going to be called for the travel. Nine minutes, 45 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. Rodriguez going to get her first shot attempt and cashes in on it. Ashley Rodriguez making it a 13-4 ball game.
That's a big shot from her. You know, when Rodriguez is making those kind of shots, she's always going to give you effort defensively. But when she can get her feet set and make shots on the offensive end, it only heightens her stock, so to speak, as a prospect.
Rice can't get the shot to go. She'll have a chance to earn the 2 points from the free throw line.
And young kid alert, getting ready to check in the game here as you got Bexley Wallace, Alexis Hooks, and Valencia Myers getting ready to step in for All Ohio, 3 of the better young prospects in the country.
Yeah, Coach JB, a lot of reasons to be optimistic for the future.
No question.
You know, one of the players that I've really enjoyed watching, you know, from the Midwest Showdown up to this point has been Sierra Hooks. It's gotten better with each event.
No question. Her ability to change the pace of the game with the way that she pushes it and does some really, really good things. I think the sky's the limit for the young point guard.
It's a 13-5 ball game. After that, Sierra Rice trip to the free throw line. Fine. 2 defenders in her face. Still knocks it down. Gonna have a foul on Sierra Rice after the basket.
After the basket, a little push.
Rice doesn't understand the call. Neither does Coach JB.
Just this look of confusion across the All-Ohio bench right now. I missed the play. Was too busy watching Fonz jumper bank in there. Nice shot. Having a good start to the game.
There's Hooks being aggressive off the bat. Has that shot partially blocked. Jump ball, but it will remain with All Ohio. Into the game for the flight number 23, Sadie Jennerine. Hooks gets it to Bostic.
Nice kick.
Myers on the jumper.
And that's something Myers has been trying to do more of, even at the Midwest Showdown, trying to show that she can hit that jumper, have the versatility to step out to 12 to 15 feet and still be an impact.
Hooks loses the handle temporarily.
Well, and it's interesting, that's a piece of Hooks' game. If she can learn how to consistently be able to knock down that jumper, she's going to be able to put herself in a position where it's going to be hard for many guards in the country in her class to guard her, keep her in front of them, because you're going to have to respect that shot.
Hooks will inbound, get it to Bostic. There's Ahart. Myers working inside. The jump hook won't go. Rodriguez had the rebound, but poked away by Bostic. Jump ball is going to give it over to the flight. Checking into the game for Coach Evans' team is going to be number 3, Yo-Yo Cupidan.
I really like Yo-Yo during our spring event, our tip-off classic. Showed herself to be a good athlete, can score it, nice little slasher. New addition to the flight team this year for Darren Evans.
Cumbie slicing through, fouled on the play.
Well, early in this game, Marcus, Flight is clicking on all cylinders, finding ways to get quality shots on goal on almost every possession.
15-5 advantage. Cumbie trying to add to it, does so with the first free throw. Two for 2 from the line there for Cumbie. 7 minutes, 36 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. 12-point advantage for the flight.
All Ohio struggling to get in a rhythm offensively. You know, a stark contrast to the game that these two teams played at the Real Deal in the Ville on July the 9th in the shootout. We broadcast actually, where All Ohio was able to get it rolling pretty quickly and never look back. Flight's actually taking more of the aggressor role here today.
These teams pretty familiar with each other. You mentioned that Real Deal Lindenville matchup. Also had a third-place game matchup at the Summer Invitational. So really making for an even better matchup because the familiarity level is there. And All Ohio with a slow start, but they had a slow start versus Heroes Elite in the Summer Invitational. That ended up taking overtime to decide.
No question. It's hard to beat a good team 3 times. I mean, you know the old adage, man. It's hard to beat a good team. That third time, they're coming in jacked up. They're ready, very familiar with your player tendencies, and I think you're seeing a little bit of that here right now with this game.
The hesitation.
That's a great move. Doesn't fall, but what a great move there. A little shimmy shake and a go.
Still a 12-point advantage for the Flight. Tighter guarded by Wallace.
You hear Coach Darren Evans saying, why settle? You know, you don't want to take that shot and necessarily rush it through. Go ahead and play it out.
Hooks goes inside to Myers. Myers can't get the jump hook to go there. Tighter with the rebound. Gets it to Jennerine to Cumbie. Cumbie finishes.
And Florida Flight is on a roll right now. Everything is clicking. 5th gear for them right now. They're shifting and definitely downhill at this point.
19-5, Coach Bethea wants a timeout.
It was interesting. He kind of, you know, from a strategical standpoint, started with his 2015. Some of his older kids didn't get the type of production from them that he wanted. Moved into the younger kids, and they've struggled offensively to find their way as well. So I haven't been able to find that working combination just yet with either of the 2 groups that he's played so far. So it'll be interesting to see if he splits them up and lets, you know, kind of them play together here shortly.
Yep. So we got 5:47 left to play here in the first half. Deficit now 14 for All Ohio Black. Hooks will get it into Ahart. Ahart over to Myers. Myers trying to get it to Wallace. She does that. Wallace with the bucket. 2 Flight defenders on the ground.
Keep over here. Keep over.
Good result out of the timeout for All Ohio. Wallace gets a hand on that. Now Hooks picks it up. Hooks over to Ahart. Nice pass by Myers. Splash from the corner, Chantel Bostic.
And there you go. Great timeout call there by JB. They settled down the youngsters and now kind of getting, once again, we talked about the flow and the rhythm, kind of getting them in a little bit of rhythm. Quality shots on 2 possessions now.
They pull it to within 9 points. In the game now, Randy Chandler for the Flight. Off the mark on the 3-pointer.
Hooks and Wallace here with a 2-on-1.
Hook's gonna take it herself.
And you hear Coach JB Bethea imploring her to give the basketball up there. Leave it for Wallace. You got a teammate running it. Just leave it so she can finish.
As the referee's waiting for a ball, I'm with Coach JB Bethea. Refs, you know, show off the springs, man. jump up there and knock it out.
Hey, I don't know if we want the injuries right here, but we might just need to throw the ball up.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too good if a ref injures himself trying to poke that ball away.
Nah, that's not the move, man. That is not the move.
2 subs back into the game for the Flight. Number 40, Bailey Wolf, and number 11, Astasia Tider. It's a 9-point game. All Ohio showing more signs of life here in the past few possessions. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going here on offense. Ahart with the jumper.
Nice. I'll tell you what, JB Bethea had some great things to say about Ahart. We talked before the month of July got started. He was just really excited. Woo! As you see Tyler answer with the big-time three, he was really excited about A. Hart, not only now, but as a 2017, just excited for her future as a part of the All-Ohio program.
Right back at you comes Tyder. Pushes the lead back to 10 points.
That was a big-time shot, man. Change of direction right into the three. That is a difficult shot.
And again, just continues to show how that facet of her game is really improved.
No question.
Looking to push here. A. Hart making a sacrifice there. Jennerine with the bucket.
Boy, they're hitting just about everything they shoot, man. And even when they miss it, they're finding a way to get the rebound and still get a quality shot up on the second chance.
The lead now 12. All Ohio had a little bit of a run. The Flight being able to respond. Bostic off the mark. Good rebound there by Yo-Yo. Wolf back to Tyder. Tyder trying to get it to Wolf. Knocked away there by Myers. It's in the hands of Wallace.
Wallace has shown throughout the course of the month that she will handle the basketball.
Hooks with the three out of the corner. No good. Rebound by Wolf.
You know, like the form on hook shot. No, that didn't go in. But long term, look good. And there's Wolf finishing, doing exactly what we talked about. Whether it be facing up, whether it be scoring at the rim, they're off and running.
The assist by Chandler. Wolf's finish pushes the lead to 14.
Well, not a lot to say about this one, except for the fact that, honestly, Flight are playing a lot like the Spurs did in the finals. I mean, they're making shots. You know, they're getting quality shots on almost every possession, and more times than not, they're going in. And when you play like that and then you're willing to defend on the other end, and you look at the contributions they're getting from all across the board right now. You know, they've got 8 people on the scorebook already in terms of people who've made shots, so it's coming from a little bit of everywhere.
That it is. Florida Flight doing things right here. All Ohio had a nice little spurt out of that timeout called by Coach Bethea. A Bostic three-pointer, a bucket inside for Myers. And since then, we've seen Flight continue to respond. Jennerine three-pointer. Tyder with the bucket, and then we see Wolf with the finish. So all Ohio gonna need to have a nice finish to this first half to try to be able to reverse the momentum here experienced by the Flight. 2 minutes, 14 seconds and counting. 14-point advantage. Katrina Williams seeing her first action here for All Ohio. Katrina Williams to inbound for All Ohio. Should get it to Turner. Sierra Rice, number 22, also back into the game for All Ohio Black, along with Jelaya Moses.
Great play there by Wolf.
Get it ahead to Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo with the cross. Shot won't stay down.
That's exactly the type of moves that we talked about her making during that tip-off classic in the springtime. As you see Darren Evans dap Billy Wolf down, rewarding her for a great play.
Noreen up top to Wolf. There's Tyler looking to work out in the post against Moses. Shot won't go. .130 on the clock. Turner gets it to Rice. Katrina Williams, that's her shot.
Sure is. Great call. Right on cue there, Marcus. Williams definitely a knockdown specialist. Doesn't disappoint us there.
That pulls All Ohio to within 11.
And if you're Darren Evans now, having played All Ohio 3 times, you know to expect them to make a run here at some point. It's just a matter of when. But putting yourself in the best position you can, so when they make that run, you got a cushion.
Nice job of drawing the defense there by Yo-Yo. Kicks it out to Jennerine off on the three-pointer. Williams back behind the pack. Fouled by Jennerine. She'll go to the free throw line. And we're hearing some good energy from the All-Ohio bench as they try to end this first half on a good note.
Yeah, led by Ahart there on the bench. They got that thing jumping and just providing, like you said, energy. They definitely have been a little flat here at the start of this one.
Katrina Williams goes to the free throw line. Williams out of Pickerington, Ohio. Off the mark on the first free throw. 3 subs into the game for the Flight. Number 15, Chelsea Johnson. Number 1, Jessica Font. And number 5, Jalen Harrison. It was Font that kind of helped get the show started with the three-pointer to open the game up for the Flight. Tighter, that pass intended for Wolf. Williams is all over it. You see Williams call for the travel. The official putting a little extra emphasis with the face.
Hey, I tell you what, man, it's hard to be mad at that. The way she's played in the last minute and a half, you got to like the energy she's bringing. A tempo changer right now with the free throws, a three-pointer. Really just trying to grind it out and appreciative for the minutes right now.
Yeah. 12 seconds on the clock. Here's Tighter. Gets it to Font to Harrison. Harrison, the southpaw with the three-pointer.
Harrison will hit that now. She was in the game earlier in the summer, had 6 threes in the game, so definitely not a stranger to the open three.
Gets her second one in this one. That'll bring us to halftime. It's advantage Florida Flight. We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks for watching here on Prospects Nation TV.
Nobody on either team has more than 1 foul. The group that was just on the floor.
Welcome back. So we get ready to start the second half. All Ohio with a advantage over. Sorry, Florida Flight with an advantage over All Ohio as we get ready to start the second half. Deja Turner going to be called for the offensive foul there. The ball back over to the Florida Flight, who have been in the driver's seat for the majority of this one. Nice job of getting that possession back. Starting here in the second half, number 1, who you just saw knocking that knocking that pass away is number 1, Katrina Williams, who's earned some, earned a start here in the second half.
Yep, came off, gave him some valuable minutes. I think when you talk about lessons learned, you've got to come in with whatever time you get. Call a charge and wave off the basket, but you've got to come in with whatever time you get and be productive, bring energy and make plays, and that's exactly what Williams did.
You see the second offensive foul of the second half called against Deja Turner. We're not even a minute in. And that's the second offensive foul called on Turner.
I let you know she's coming out playing aggressive, man. One of the things that J.B. Pathet was talking about at the half to his team was, hey, we got to bring the energy. Nobody's going to let us come in here. We've been fortunate to be able to get Florida Flight twice in the past couple weeks. They're not going to make this easy for us to come in and get a third. They want this win.
That's Rice just short on that shot. Johnson gets it ahead to Harrison.
He's under the basket. He's going to pass to somebody else.
Nice defense there by Turner. We're going to have a 3-second violation against the Flight. Ball back over to All Ohio. They trail by 13. Rice gets it inside. McIntyre off on the shot. Moses going to get a trip to the free throw line. Foul going to go against Harrison.
Listen here. If that girl is going down that side, don't let her turn and come back to the middle. Keep her over there. She got to play basketball on that side. On that side only. Somebody's back. Somebody's back.
Moses good on the first free throw.
That's a big shot. They're going to need her to step up here in the second half, be able to give them some production on both ends of the floor. Obviously offensively, but even more so defensively. Same with Turner. They've got to be able to play 6 to 8 quality minutes here in the half and be able to spell Hooks and Ahart.
Tyler gets it to Wolf. Wolf to Harrison. Harrison too strong on that three-pointer. Rebound flagged down by Johnson as Fly to get another opportunity. Tyler wants it.
Nice little high post action there, Marcus.
Switch. Okay.
Now Harrison to Wolf. Florida Flight being patient. They have a cushion that definitely allows them to do so.
Good defensive possession here for All Ohio, though.
Yeah. Tyler's jumper along the baseline, no good. Ball going to be knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Go back over to All Ohio.
That's about as well as you can defend a possession. They struggled. They never really got a ball reversal there in that possession. Kept swinging it top to high post, top to high post. Come down on the other end, and we talked about Turner needing to get involved in this game. She does that.
Came out aggressive there to start this half. Gets the tray ball there, and Katrina Williams continuing to play hard for All Ohio. I think Turner and Williams can combine for a nice sequence here when you look at their ability to knock down the three-point shot.
No question. You hear the All Ohio bench once again picking up the intensity there. Nice dribble drive, though, from Flight to be able to attack it, because that's what you're going to have to do. When they start to collapse like that, you've got to find ways to be able to manufacture points, whether it's at the free throw line, whether it's in transition. Anytime you get in a rut like this, you've got to find a way to keep scoring.
As the Colonial High School attendee, Chelsea Johnson, knocks down the first free throw. Down there in the Orlando, Florida area. Back into the game for the Flight, number 22, Sierra Cumbie. Lead pushed back to 11 by Johnson. Williams gets it to Rice. Moses gets it to McIntyre, who goes up and grabs it.
It's a great finish. McIntyre has just been darn near phenomenal.
Yeah.
Steady the whole way through the month and has earned herself some scholarship money as a result.
Wolf steps out of bounds. All Ohio putting some pieces together here. They're within 9 points. Williams inside to McIntyre. McIntyre trying to go to work against Wolf. Left that one just short. Tighter head to Font. Great defense there by Turner. But steps out of bounds trying to save it after stealing the ball. Number 13, Rodriguez, checks back into the game for the Flight. Tighter faces up.
Oh, great move. Everything but the finish. What a move, though, man. That's some of the versatility we talked about in her game. Her ability to face you up there at 15 feet and be able to make that play.
Deja Turner continues to work. Here we see her on the offensive glass.
Well, and the word is impactful. You know, I think in the first half, you know, those first two waves of players for all Ohio, there wasn't a kid that was impactful. You know, and now you're looking at whether it's Turner, McIntyre. You're starting to see people find a way. Williams did a great job, and she gets a breather here. Kids finding a way to make an impact.
So Williams breather. Amber Wilkes back into the game. Number 34.
Wilkes is an intriguing prospect. You know, definitely not there yet in terms of where her ceiling is, but her size and her length, I think, and her willingness to try to compete on the interior give her an opportunity at the next level to be a productive player.
There's Font. Font to Tighter. Cumbie gonna try a three.
Look at Tighter on the glass, though. Throws it away, you know, not able to keep it. Off Turner's leg. Looked like Tighter might have got her a little bit, but it did go off Turner's leg. That's the right call.
Yep. Tighter got that rebound over a very strong Sierra Rice inside when you talk about hitting the glass. You know, that's the same Sierra Rice that, you know, McIntyre guarded her for most of the game, but there were key stretches during that game versus Heroes Elite where Coach Patay had Sierra Rice guarding Joyner home.
Yep.
Rice with it now. 7-point ball game.
Nice post feed there on the interior from Rice to McIntyre, trying to take advantage of the mismatch. Johnson guarding, and they say mouse in the house, man. Try to take advantage there with the post feed.
That'll send McIntyre to the free throw line with a chance for all Ohio to pull within 5 points. Cash on the first.
You got one back now.
It's amazing trying to walk them down here.
Splits the pair of free throws. Long rebound to Tighter will get it ahead to Rodriguez. Font hasn't taken a shot in a while, but splashes that one.
That's smooth, man.
McIntyre sealing off inside and one. McIntyre, lunch pail and helmet in hand, going to work on the inside. Making it a 7-point ball game after that last three-pointer.
That's awesome, man. It's exactly what we just talked about. Her being impactful on the interior with the free throw to go with it.
So all Ohio pulls to within 6. Just under the 11-minute mark left to play.
Oh, nice double cross there by Font.
It's Tighter with the move. Tough shot right there. Good defense by all Ohio. Here's Turner. Over to Moses. Moses. He's that one short, but McIntyre's right there.
Who else, man? Who else is going to be there to clean up the mess with McIntyre at this point?
It's going to pull all Ohio to within 4 points, the closest they've been in quite a stretch. Tighter gets that one to go off the glass.
It's a big-time shot there. the ISO situation, knowing they need a basket, and being the one willing to take the basket.
Rice, no good on the shot. Wilkes gets the rebound. Coach Bethea wants a foul, but nonetheless, on Florida Flight the other way.
Font calling for it in the corner.
No good on the shot. Working inside this yo-yo SWAT team called by All Ohio.
That's a great block, isn't it?
Great defense there on the inside. We've seen All Ohio really step the efforts up on both ends. Number 4, Sierra Hooks back into the game along with Wilkes. McIntyre gets it ahead to Rice. Easy layup line drill there. Coach Evans going to get a timeout here for Florida Flight. It's a 4-point ball game. Flight still lead, but totally different complexion to this most recent stretch.
All Ohio kind of finding their way right now. Just with the energy level, if nothing else. McIntyre with the nice offensive board. They're just getting it rolling. They started, I thought, at the end of the half. The Williams substitution, I think, really keyed that for them. Turner now, McIntyre. They've got the 15 group rolling.
I think you touched on it. You know, you knew with All Ohio that a run was coming. You know, the question is how long the run would last and how would the Flight respond.
No question. Well, both teams have too much talent in theory for you not to make a run. You know, every now and again, a team with talent still won't make a run and it'll be a 30 spot. But that's very, very rare, especially with groups full of scholarship caliber kids like these teams do.
Ready to resume play from the timeout. 9 minutes, 18 seconds left to play here in the second half. Still a 4-point advantage for the Flight.
That side, A-Hart. That side, A-Hart.
Stasha Tyder going to get a breather for the Flight. Ring puts Harrison in a tough spot right there. Harrison's able to get it. Ball comes back to All Ohio. Might have gotten away with a backcourt violation there, but the pressure continues, and Harrison dribbles it out of bounds. So ball back to All Ohio as they can make it a one-possession game with a score here. Sierra Hooks with the ball back into the game. Also joined by Nia Ahart, number 5. McIntyre continues to go to work. Cumby.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hook. Turner's gonna pull a three-pointer. No good. Ahart working on the offensive glass.
The All-Ohio bench is in full force now. They're almost on the floor.
They are.
Excited and ready to go, try to get this win. But this is exactly the type of energy that you needed to come out and start this half with and put yourself right back in this game.
They've pulled to within 2. Jenna Ring kicks it out to
That's
Wolf.
her shot. Oh, that's the shot you want to take. And if you're Darren Evans, kind of like Sarah Price in the last game for West Virginia Thunder, you have to be very comfortable. What a finish.
Coast to coast. Natalie McIntyre. Kayla McIntyre, I'm sorry.
That young lady is getting it done right now on both sides of the floor. Anytime she's around the glass, she's finishing.
McIntyre is having a great game here in this one. She wanted, you know, she was looking up. She wanted to be able to draw the defense and kick that one to Wilkes. They stayed with Wilkes, so she did what she did.
Yeah, made a great read there. It's just a great basketball play.
3-point play the hard way. And you are looking at a lead for All Ohio Black, their first lead of the game. Tyder with the step back.
Oh. As our own Stephen Peck takes it all in, he's just shaking his head over there on the baseline. Every time they've needed a bucket, they being Florida Flight, Tyder's been right there to answer the call. And on the other end, it's been McIntyre there to answer the call. And this is just a great individual battle as we close out the first session of Elite 32 Summer Jam, man.
It really is. Can't beat it.
They're guarding each other on both ends of the floor. Great kick out.
There's Johnson. Bounces around. Can't get the shot to go. Jump ball. It's going to be All Ohio's. 7:33 left to play in the game. 38-39 in favor of All Ohio. Still, Harrison ahead to Johnson.
Big play. They needed another bucket. You know, maybe one more to try to stop this momentum. All Ohio is right back in this one.
Little backcourt work there by Harrison, and Johnson gives Flight the lead. Here's Hooks getting through the defense ahead to McIntyre. McIntyre looking to finish.
She literally is getting the basketball on every single possession and doing something positive with it at that.
Oh, yeah. With the way she's doing, she gets it, it's either a bucket or a foul. The last, we can literally count back to the last 8 possessions. It's either a bucket or a foul. Then she's going to the free throw line and knocking down the free throws.
Really impressive. She's got to be one of the better unsigned posts nationally still left in this 15 class.
Two for two from the free throw line. She's going to get a breather. Coach Bethet's a better coach than I am. I'm leaving her in until she misses a shot. Back into the game, number 32, Valencia Myers, as well as number 31, Bexley Wallace. So McIntyre goes to the bench, and you get 2 solid players in Wallace and Myers coming in instead. Push in the back, going to go against the Flight. Ball over to All Ohio. Miscommunication between Hooks and Myers.
It's going to lead to a Harrison jump shot. Doesn't finish it. Flight struggled to find anybody outside of Titer here, you know, in the occasional front jumper. You know, here in the past couple of minutes, they're going to have to find a second score. As good as Titer is, she's not going to be able to be the only person scoring the remainder of the game and then still come away with this victory.
This game just continues to get me amped as it goes on. You know, both those players going for the ball, they didn't want to let it go.
Come down.
You know, Myers snatches it away. Myers snatches it away, and Titer just kind of says, okay, let's go.
Got a discrepancy on the jump ball here. They got it solved and figured out. The sun setting through the far window here. Another Georgia day coming to a close.
We got a great Elite 32 Summer Jam Session 1 matchup here. Coach Bethet is going to get a timeout. 6:39 left to play in this ball game. It's a 1-point advantage for All Ohio.
Taking a page out of his old buddy Scott Johnson's book there with the timeout to save the possession. No clipboard. J.B. Bethet's old school, man. Going straight to the paper and the pen to draw this one up.
But that was my sheet of paper that he just took.
Hey, man, times are hard, man. He came in and scooped and scored, man. You better cup your paper. Cup your paper. Cup your paper.
Secondly, do you think I'm going to go over there and say give it back? Probably not.
No. Nah, JB look a little like Rick Ross, man. Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, bro. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, Chief. You need another sheet?
Complimentary.
6:33 left to play in this ball game. It's been a great one thus far. 40-41 ball game in favor of All Ohio.
It'll be interesting down the stretch to see, you know, All Ohio really is, I mean, obviously McIntyre had that great run there, but you can point to a Turner bucket here. You can point to some other people where really with Flight as of late, it has been tighter. Very similar to the West Virginia game we just finished with, where Harmon really got busy, and down the stretch it was Shayna Harmon that got it done. You know, can Titer do the same thing here for Flight as they try to finish this game?
Stepping in, taking the charge, Jalen Harrison. The first one she's been able to take successfully there in the paint, but she's done that multiple times. And unfortunately for the Flight, they turn it over. Stasha Titer steps in bounds. Rare miscue on her behalf. So it'll go back to All Ohio. Hooks to inbound.
Oh, Harrison. Look at Harrison. Great play there to be able to keep that layup. That was going to be a layup there in the open floor for Harrison. Great run under there by Moses to prevent the layup.
Sierra Rice checks into the game for Sierra Hooks. Tighter, nice defense by Myers inside. It'll be last touch of flight back over to All Ohio. Johnson with the steal. Her and Harrison have been a headache on the defensive end.
Boy, they can't buy a basket, though. Can they get it here? They cannot. They're really struggling. Getting great looks, whether it's layups, whether it's threes. They're getting good looks, but just struggling to find a way to be able to put the ball in the bucket here.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Rice. Johnson loses the handle. Going to be called for the travel. Johnson echoes my thoughts by saying I didn't even have the ball. But I guess he traveled before losing it.
Oh, great pass. Oh! Blocked there by Moses. Got a little ball and a lot of her head there. Almost took that thing off, man.
Yeah, that was a we've seen this team 3 times in the past week foul right there. It's going to send Yo-Yo to the free throw line. Good on the first. Deja Turner checks back into the game. Moses going to have a seat.
And Deja Turner was productive early. Be interesting to see if she can come back with that same type of productivity here down the stretch.
Missing the free throw is Yo-Yo. But again, it's Yo-Yo and Chelsea Johnson converging on the ball handler to get the ball back for flight. It's a 41-41 ball game, but not for long as it's advantage Florida Flight.
What great basketball. These last 2 games, man. This is exactly what you want as you come down the stretch of July. Teams playing well, clicking. Even though All Ohio got off to a great start, you're seeing why they're such a good team.
Turner gets it to Ahart. Now gets it back.
That's the right call there. Turner got tied up. But they got her with the foul call. Florida Flight, that is.
Coach Bethea keeps emphasizing to his team, flash middle. Beat that press via the pass as opposed to trying to do it through the dribble. Ahart to McIntyre. Now over to Rice. It was McIntyre that was instant offense earlier. We'll see what she's able to do now that she's back in the game. Gonna have a 3 in the key.
Yeah, Bexley Wallace was camped out a little too long. J.B. Bethea not happy there with Wallace. Want her to turn around and shoot that ball quick.
Turner gonna take it in.
Oh, great move there with a little bit of contact from Harrison.
Harrison a little shaken up on the play. Looks like it might be a little bit of cramping with the way she's grabbing the toes and stretching. Big bucket there by Deja Turner ties the game at 43. 4:40 left. Harrison gonna hydrate a little bit.
And you see J.B. Bethea here coaching Bexley Wallace, exactly what we talked about. If you're going to get in the post, you got to be willing to go ahead and score it. Don't be scared. You got to go ahead and put it up.
Jessica Font, #1 in the game now for Florida Flight. While Tighter has been the primary offense, Font is a good resource for them on that end as well. Nice defense by McIntyre.
It was, wasn't it? And they're going to get a foul here on this end. Great defense by McIntyre.
As that McIntyre-Tighter matchup, it's been a fun one to watch this entire game. Now a 1-and-1 situation. So All Ohio is going to have an opportunity to get some buckets from the free throw line over the next 4 minutes and 24 seconds. First trip there is going to be for Valencia Myers. Myers no good on that one. Rice and Tyder battling for the offensive rebound. And Sierra Rice called for the travel.
All Ohio not happy with that travel call at all right here in front of the bench.
Over to Florida Flight, still a 43-43 ball game. Tyder gets it to Johnson. Johnson with the take.
Oh, that's a big time move there to finish the hoop and some harm.
And one, Chelsea Johnson. Johnson has been big for a Flight as far as the defense side of things. With all Ohio having a lot of the momentum over the past few minutes has been the plays of Johnson and Harrison really being able to create some turnovers that has helped them. There we see Johnson with the three-point play the hard way. 46-43 ball game. Sierra Hooks back into the game as Nia Ahart gets a rest. Looks to Turner, Turner to Rice. Rice dribbles out of trouble over there. They're getting inside to McIntyre. Back out to Hooks.
Oh, that's a big, big shot. That's exactly what we talked about at the top of the broadcast. Her showing that she can do that is a problem. Oh, great move. Way to get to the rim.
Too strong on the shot, though. It's Tyder. Good move. Finish unable to go. That pass too far ahead of Rice, but back to that three by Hooks. Hooks has struggled the majority of this game and has been in the doghouse a little bit with Coach Bethea at different stretches throughout. But, you know, having the maturity to come in and hit a big shot there to tie the game up at 46. Font, nice pass. Finished by Tyder.
Those two together have been flat awesome here in this one.
You know, and Coach Evans, you know, he kept Harrison and Johnson in when that tandem was really creating turnovers from a defensive standpoint. But now Font is really able to bring you some things offensively that I think are going to help complement Tyder's efforts here in the final 3 minutes.
Agreed.
3:06 left on the clock. 2-point advantage for the Flight. Cut to one by that Turner free throw. Chelsea Johnson's going to sit. Jalen Harrison back into the game, number 5 here for the Flight. Nice box out there by Tyder.
Plays so hard.
Tyder to Font. That's a lot of room for Font. No good on the shot. Myers with the rebound. Still a 1-point advantage here for Florida. McIntyre. Nice defense by Tyder, but Hook's able to pick it back up. Finishes inside with the right hand.
There's so much potential in that young lady right there over the course of the next couple of summers. Look forward to continuing to follow on her progress. Tyder is really trying to take this one over, man.
Step back jumper off the mark. Myers with the rebound. Rice ahead to Hooks. Hooks got 5 points recently. Blocked against the window there by Tyder. Harrison with the spin move. Hooks all over the passing lanes. Is her and Tyder going to be tough to finish?
Oh, she was looking for the contact as opposed to going up. She was waiting for the contact there from Tyder that never came.
Most definitely. Exactly 2 minutes left to play in this one. (48-49) ball game in favor of All Ohio. Font kicks it to Harrison.
Oh, big shot. Comes back just in time to hit that big one there.
That's going to put Flight up by 2. Big shot there by Jalen Harrison. Minute 35 and counting left to play here in the game. Hooks out to Turner. Turner
Tough
with
shot.
the shot. No good. Rebound by Cumbie.
Got a
Font looking to
1-on-4.
push. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Oh
to
my
Jessica
gosh.
Font.
What a move and a finish by Jessica Font. Salute to that young lady, man. What a game she's playing right now, Marcus Burnett.
Solid one. She's been great on the offensive end here for Coach Evans' team. That one, a big bucket. I mean, you alluded to it. You know, she had it 1-on-4. Thought she might have just, you know, threatened a little bit, but pulled it back out. She had other intentions. That was a Shayna Harmon type bucket there.
And if you're in need of a 15-point guard, she's showing you right now why she should be high on your list. And another steal here. It looks like the play is everywhere right now.
We're going to have a foul against the Flight there. That's going to send Hooks to the free throw line. One minute, 8 seconds left to play. It's a 5-point advantage for the Flight. Hooks misses the first. Nice rebound by Myers, working against Cumbie.
Oh.
Big rebound and score there. It's going to make it a 3-point ball game in favor of the Flight. 55 seconds and counting.
Oh.
Font behind the back, kicks it out to Harrison.
Tough move, Harrison. No fear, gets to the rim, no fear.
Went out a couple minutes ago with a slight cramping issue, is back in the game and has 5 points since getting back in. Bailey Wolf getting a hand on it, but Rice tying it up. The jump ball is going to give it back over to the Flight. .56 to 51 ball game after that Harrison bucket. Jeliah Moses back into the game for All Ohio. 32 seconds left to play. Gonna have an offensive foul. Hooks doing a good job right there. Savvy play. Florida Flight saying, hey, she was holding on to the jersey. She might have, but she didn't get caught, and then did a great job of selling it once the player's arms were extended. Ahart into the game for Bostic. 31 seconds to work with for All Ohio. They've got a 5-point deficit. Jennerine into the game, number 23 for the Flight. Here's Hooks to inbound it. Here's McIntyre. Not a whole lot of time to work with for All Ohio. Hooks gonna try another big three. Count it.
Cash. Kids playing big here, Marcus. This is a signature performance right now from Hooks. Needed some threes late. Has hit 2 big ones. This is exactly what you want in the game where she didn't even start the game off and has come on and really made her presence felt here in the last 5 minutes.
Big three-pointer there. Makes it a 1-possession game. 22 seconds left to play here. This contest coming down to the wire. It was the Flight who had the advantage for the majority of the first half. Really to open the second half. Since then, we've seen All Ohio really be able to make some runs, and here trying to make one last one to be able to close this gap.
This has been good basketball. Just the ebb and the flow of the game. Flight getting out early. All Ohio making that run, and now literally just been trading back and forth. We talked about them needing a second person, Florida Flight that was. They've actually gotten a couple with Harrison with the big three out of the corner and the tough little lay. Same thing with Font on the other end, even the free throws. So you've gotten great production from multiple people on both teams here in the last 10 minutes of play.
Hooks gets a hand on him, but Tyler's still able to come up with it. 19 seconds left. Gonna have a foul there against All Ohio. 18 seconds left to play. That's going to make it a 1-and-1 scenario. Coach Bethea going to sub Valencia Myers in. Deja Turner checks in also. Going to send Astasia Tider to the free throw line. I'm sure Tider would love to be the person to be able to close this out. She's attacked this entire game. Tider's first free throw, just off the front of the rim. Rebound by McIntyre. So All Ohio can tie or take the lead here. Hooks loses it. 7 seconds left.
She fell on her own.
Hooks a little shaken up, hit her knee on that play. Coach Bethea gonna go make sure she's all right. 7 seconds left to play in this game. Jalen Harrison will be at the free throw line with a 1-and-1. Still a game that could find itself going all Ohio's way. Is gonna take some help from Florida Flight though. From the free throw line. We'll see if Harrison can go and knock it down as Hooks unable to walk off on the knee.
You can't make right decisions, man.
So Jalen Harrison at the free throw line with a chance to be able to help ice this game for the Flight, or keep the window of opportunity open for All Ohio. Off the back of the rim, Turner with the rebound, still life for All Ohio. Harrison going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, they wouldn't go get her. Steve wouldn't go get her.
Turner comes down on the knee as well. We'll have a short injury timeout. When we get back, we'll bring you the final 3 seconds here from the Elite 32 Summer Jam.
Tell her, give her a second. She'll come and bandage that thing up in just a second.
So Deja Turner being tended to by the trainers here on site. That's going to send us to the free throw line opportunity here for All Ohio. They can tie the game at the free throw line here. 3 seconds left to play in the ball game. Nia Ahart cashes in on the first. As Moses comes in for Williams. Pressure-filled moment here for Ahart. Gets both of them to go, and we have a 56-56 ball game here. With 3 seconds left, Coach Evans wants a timeout to draw something up. (56-56). Valiant effort here by All Ohio to stick in this game. Never been able to count them out. They've had 2 of their players come down with freak instances where they've injured their knees here back to back. So the team trying to make sure they do what they need to do to help get the victory here with 3 seconds left in the ball game. Florida Flight at the upper hand in this matchup here for the majority of the game, but All Ohio has been able to make runs and stick in it. But the Flight have one more opportunity to be able to try and end this in regulation. Wolf to inbound it. Gonna get it to Font. Font has a
Oh, wow.
shot.
Online, a little short there.
Yep. Gonna have a sudden death overtime, as all overtimes are here at Peach State basketball events. It's been a sudden death setting. You know, who gets the tip is always a pivotal element.
It is. Sudden death is a lot of fun. I mean, you know, to play it this way, 1 bucket and you're done. One of the things that we found, quite honestly, was with overtime and a clock, you were just waiting anyway and try to get 1 shot.
Right.
You know, win the tip, play 1 shot. Well, heck, man, if you're going to get 1 shot, let's just go 1 shot right off the tip and let's go.
McIntyre and Tighter, both of those players are also reasons why you want to make sure you get this possession. It's going to be hard to stop either one of them if you're the opposing team. Ball's loose. All Ohio has it. Here's Ahart with it. No clock at all. First team to score goes home with the victory. Coach Bethea gets a timeout.
Yeah, he gets one. He gets one. He gets one.
So Coach Bethea getting the timeout, making sure All Ohio takes advantage of this opportunity. I'm sure he doesn't want to see Florida Flight have another offensive possession in this game.
No way. They battled back too far now. You want to go ahead and try to end this and be able to finish it.
Coach Bethea bringing it in. Ready to resume play. Sierra Rice will inbound it. It's it to Ahart. Ahart guarded by Tighter. They get it to McIntyre.
Great
Wolf.
defense for Wolf.
Tighter has it in her hand. She's going to look to try to end it. Kicks it to Font. Font short on the shot. Rice has the rebound. Jump ball is going to keep it with the Flight. Coach Bethea appreciates the hustle from Rice to get that rebound, but wanted her to wait before putting it in the floor in that scenario right there.
Nice little offense for defense here. Get Bexley Wallace in to try to help control the middle in case there's a dribble drive or some kind of cut.
You got a turnover there for the Flight. Cumby throws the pass to Harrison. Harrison not looking for it. So ball back over to All Ohio. Each team getting the mulligan out of the way. We'll see who can finish it here in sudden death overtime. McIntyre wants it inside.
Florida Flight overloading McIntyre side in the zone. Nice adjustment there from Darren Evans. Tighter on the break with a chance to finish it.
Game
and that's
time
exactly
move.
what she does.
Tighter wanted this game all along. Once she got it in her hands on a fast break, she was definitely determined to finish it. As Florida Flight is able to get the W over All Ohio Black here in the sudden death overtime. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's Brandon Clay, and we appreciate you joining us here for the Prospects Nation TV webcast from the Elite 32 Summer Jam. We'll catch you back here for action for the Session 2, which will be on Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.